What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little overview for you of a really neat little knife, man. This one was sent to me by none other than Fred the Lug, and also wanted me to mention this one is for sale. In fact, inside the Discord buy sell trade area in my Discord, under the Knife Center, you can find this one and quite a few others he has for sale. So if interested in buying this one, I think this one's actually out of stock right now. So might be gone by the time you watch this, depending on, of course, when you watch my video. If you're watching it a year from now, it is possible that it's gone. But nonetheless, thanks to Fred the Lug for loaning me this one and some other really cool knives. And it's thanks to people like him that I can show awesome content on a semi-regular basis. And thanks to all my channel members, my Patreon subscribers. You guys are awesome. And hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe right down there if you'd like more of it. I would love to have you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. This is the Tuya Knives Wrath. Wrath. I almost said Wraith. This is the Tuya Knives Wrath. Pretty neat little knife. This one is made out of China. And for what it is, I think it's a pretty neat little knife. A lot of ins and outs about it that's really cool. And get a nice little close up there of it. All right, sorry about that. Wind blew the door open. But anyway, back to it. Let's go ahead and we'll get out the tape measure, do overalls and specs and all that. Let's see here. So from the tip of the blade into the handle, you're looking right at 7 5/8, maybe a hair over for overall length. Blade length, you're looking at 3 3/8 if you go all the way back to where it meets up with the handle. And sharpening edge 3 inches if you measure laterally like that. If you measure across to account for the belly, kind of like that, you're looking at just over 3 1/8. All right, out the calibers here, zero them out. Thickest part of the spine on this one, 126 thousandths. Kind of a unique grind too. Swedges down there, swedges down there, swedges down there. You got your flat kind of right there in the middle. So that one, 15 thousandths behind the edge on that one, and towards the front a little bit thicker with a 24 thousandths on that. So that gives you, I guess, a little bit of extra stability maybe for the tip, for the end of it. 490, what does that say, 493 thousandths on the handle thickness. So not especially thin, not super thick, just feels substantial. Feels like you got a good substantial firm feeling knife in the hand. Nice frag pattern on that. I really like that, but we'll get more into that here in a little bit whenever we do aesthetics, right? Size comparisons, getting a little bit off track here, but I tend to do that. You guys know that if you're used to watching me. Size comparisons, that's the Cold Steel Knives 8010. Here's the Demco Knives Slicer variant, the 8020.5. So it's like a, it's almost, I would, me personally, my preference would be, I would like it to be a little bit bigger, but it is like a good medium-sized knife, right? That's the Rat Model 1, and that is the Rat Model 2. So larger than the Rat 2, for sure, but not quite as long as the Rat Model 1. And last of the usual suspects, you got your Spyderco knives, Paramilitary 2, and your Spyderco Para 3 right there. All right. And let's see, we'll do a couple of random ones here. I'll do a couple more that Fred sent me here. We got let's see, where is it? You got the Kizer Veritas or Veritas, depending on how you pronounce it. And you got a Kershaw Bel Air. This is a blacked out Bel Air. Put those up, and let's see, we'll do the, if I can find it. Here is your Kizer Militaw. It's another one of Fred's knives, the Militaw, and this one's mine. That is a North Arm Sky High. And let's see, we'll do two more size comparisons. That is the Zero Tolerance Knives 0562. And that is a Chris Reeve Umnenzon. Alright, last but not least, got to do it. I think I skipped it in one of my upcoming reviews, unfortunately. But here is your USA made, maybe USA made, I don't know. That's your DeWalt framing hammer. Move that up a little bit. And of course, your 8-inch USA made crescent wrench. Gotta have those, right? Can't believe I forgot them. And you'll see it. I think it's the Rask. I think it's the Rask video that I forgot that. Let me know if you're a fan of that. I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway, something a little bit different. So I started kind of incorporating it into all my videos. I don't know if anybody takes that seriously or not, but let's see here. Get a weight on this bad boy. Now it feels fairly light. Checking out the inside of it. You can see in there it is milled out for some weight reduction. Very nice little touch. I'm going to guess 4.2. 3.9, so not too far off. Yeah, 3.9 ounces. So over the ounce and inch ratio, but not too much, especially for full titanium frame lock. I think they did good with the weight on this one. Centering on it, kind of looking at right in here on the centering, so pretty good whenever you're choked back on it. Cover that in just a second. I gotta still get through the hardware check first here. This is a T8. So yeah, T8 on the body screws, that's good. T8 on the pivot, and the T8 on the clip. Yeah, they hit a home run, awesome. So T8 all the way around. Thumb studs aren't removable, wish they were, but they are fairly comfortable. You got a single-sided captive pivot with that logo. I guess that would be the Tuya Knives logo right there on that side. Nice little pretty pivot collar on that side. T8. And I believe that lot bar screw was a T6. I think, yeah, it's a T6. Alright, so pretty good with the hardware. Wish the thumb stud was removable, and well, it could be a T8, but still, every essential part of the hardware is T8, so that's pretty good. Alright, not saying that's not essential, but you're more likely to mess with the body screws and stuff like that taken apart than you are to take out that lot bar insert there, or over travel stop, whatever you want to call it, to keep the frame lock from going out too much. Alright, really nice action. Front flipper works great on it. They got jimping right along here. Very, very comfortable, easy to manipulate, especially to index it. No problem there. Deployment also, can you reverse flick it? Yes, you can. You can reverse flick it off of those thumb studs. You can do the thumb stud regular normal person, I guess, thumb stud opening with it. They are a little uncomfortable, but by no means are they the most uncomfortable thumb studs ever. I would say they're kind of mid-range for thumb studs. Not really the best, but not really the worst. Not terrible overall. Nice little grooves in them there. And again, I wish they were removable. That would be nice. But and I mean, they are in fact removable. All thumb studs are. But to be able to have access to remove them with a Torx bit would be nice. So this thing aesthetically looks pretty cool. It looks kind of mean, a little bit mean, a little aggressive of a knife. I guess if you want to call it even like a tactical or whatever, similar kind of vibes to the Redemption, you know, anyway. Not saying it's a similar knife, but kind of similar vibes on it, I guess. action is just awesome on it. Big fan of that action. Really good choke back, even for not an entirely full size knife with my large size hands or a large size glove. Average size hands, I guess. You know, some people would say small hands, but average size hands, I suppose. Choke back, still got my pinky right there, and I'm pretty locked in that little groove right here, so that feels pretty comfortable. Choked up feels pretty good, but I'm kind of riding that line right there on that edge a little bit if I go past like the first knuckle right there, you know, so kind of be a little bit careful about that if you choke up with it. Really unique blade shape, S90V on the blade steel, which is pretty cool. And again, I think that pivot collar is a nice little touch. This is the frag pattern. There were some other variants available. Let's see, they have a diamond texture pattern I'm looking at right now on BladeHQ. These go or went. I don't think they're available anymore, actually, unless you buy the one that Fred's selling right here on the Discord. But whenever these were available, I went for around $249 is what I've got on BladeHQ for this particular variant. But I believe White Mountain had some for sale for a little bit cheaper, and again, not available on there either. So I believe they're sold out everywhere. So if you're interested in buying this one, get in contact with Fred the Lug via the Discord. I think it's a pretty neat little knife, man. I wouldn't quite put it on my most recommended knives playlist, just because of the fact I would like to choke up on it a little more. I wish those thumb studs were removable, but and again, the price for, you know, not a terrible price by any means, but I think the price could be a little bit better, you know, especially as it's Chinese made, and they do compete with other people like Kizer and you know, some other really good Chinese OEMs for that price. And also, my main thing about overall, I wish it was a little bit bigger. If it was a little bit larger of a knife, I would be probably even more of a fan of it. But overall, not a bad knife at all. Got that right down here is a flat. You can also position your finger there. So quite a few spots, you know, to get comfortable for cutting in on this one too. So that is the Tuya Knives Wrath. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you, Fred the Lug, if you're watching, for sending along. Oh, also, nice little touch is that backspacer too. And on the inside of it, almost forgot to mention, 144 out of 172 made on that one. So pretty nice. And this is really smooth. Feels like a really, really good quality knife overall, I would say. So that is the Tuya Knives Wrath. And thanks again to Fred the Lug. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.